Hey, what's going on, guys? Sunday Salesman back here again. So I decided we're gonna go ahead and do the next one of these just reaction video, but this isn't a reaction video. I'm doing a tier list. It's like, fuck it, why not? I don't care about this ad. We're doing my personal tier list of Sonic. And this is the best one I could find that really has every game, but there's a lot of extra stuff in here. It's got like fan games in here. Like, it's got like other projects and mods and stuff. Like, it's got like you can clearly see Sonic Forces Overclocked. It's got like before and after the sequel, so and so, and Dribble Dribble 16-bit is up here, and a couple of other games. So the big thing about it is I'm just gonna rank all the games, all the actual main Sonic games. I'm not ranking any of the fan games here. We're not ranking the Unleashed project. We're not ranking the recompiled, because it's just like I'm not doing that. This is free Sonic. This is the best list I can find. I mean, obviously, Big Fishing Adventure 3 is S tier, right? So yeah. So obviously, you know, the first things first. This is my opinion. If you disagree, well, I would love to hear why you disagree. Okay, this is obviously not definitive. I don't work for Sega. This is not a 100%. Obviously, like, official tier list, except it is to me, because you should totally follow it, and I'm definitely right. But yeah, trying to think about, obviously, we'll get to the point. So anyways, yeah, alright, so anyways, obviously, you know, there was another one that had like the S through E, and I wanted to do that. I could just make my own. I might do that one day. I just don't feel like doing that right now. I'll get something on in the background over here, so I might periodically be looking behind me. So, yeah. So, anyways, I guess it's time. We need to start off with base Sonic 1. So, I'm going to be honest with y'all. I'm putting this in B tier. It's the first Sonic game. It's not awful. Obviously, it's not the best Sonic game. It's like high B tier for me. Like, I don't really mind. Everybody likes to make the complaints that realistically the only good level in the game is Green Hill Zone. And we know how much Sega loves Green Hill Zone because we continuously get it shoved down our throat in some capacity in every Sonic game. But it's a B tier. That's really about it. I mean, it does slow down after Green Hill Zone, except for like Starlight Zone, which is my favorite stage from the game. And I know I'm adding in music I did on this one, but that's where I'm standing with this, because I don't mind. So Sonic, it's on the Master System and Game Gear are the same, like literally the same game, but the exception is that the Game Gear just has more screen crunch because it's on like a small handheld, and I've played the Game Gear version. So I'm gonna put this one in B tier. This is like a low B tier. This is like low B, high C, but I'll keep it in B tier, you know, for here, because it's definitely not better than the original Sonic 1, for sure. I have no problem saying that. It's definitely not. I found it a lot more annoying. It's good for what it is. You know, it is kind of a little rough because you have to fight all the bosses with no rings at all and have to completely just perfect run it. Of course, the first boss is not even a challenge, but it gets a little more difficult as it goes, but it's not a bad game. Sonic 1 on the Genesis as a port, this is D tier. It's absolutely terrible. Absolutely terrible. It's one of the worst, if not the worst Sonic experience you'll have. So, Sonic CD. So, it's time for our first hot take of the video. This is S tier. This is an S tier Sonic game. I don't care what anybody says. If you know me, if you watch my channel anywhere between like the mid-2010s, it was all Sonic CD. I absolutely love this game. It's one of my favorite games of all time. Everybody complains, oh, it's not good because level design's not good. Look, you want to know why you don't like Sonic CD? Because you're not good at it. You're straight up just, I don't know what happened. You're straight up not good at it. Learn how to play the game. Learn how to play Sonic CD. It's basically more about exploration. There's not really a whole lot of speed. You have to make it. It's not perfect, obviously. The original Sonic CD that came out for the Sega CD is pretty rough. It's not putting it, but the like the Christian Whitehead version, it's so good. The music, I don't really think I have. Obviously, the music Sonic was not bad. The music in Sonic CD, Japanese soundtrack, is my favorite soundtrack in the entire series. It's amazing. US soundtrack, it's okay. I mean, Japanese is way better. Way better, in my opinion. It was the first game. It gave us both Amy and Metal Sonic. It's just great, man. I love the levels. Stardust Speedway is my favorite stage in the series. I love Sonic CD. I really don't care. And I will try to rank these in order. But Sonic CD is not my favorite Sonic game. You know, if you've seen remotely close to some of my other videos, you know what my favorite game is. Sonic CD is my second favorite Sonic game. You're just not good at the game. That's why you don't like it. Learn how to play Sonic CD. You know how I did it? You know how I do it? I have my own path. You all follow your own paths in the Sonic games. Make your path. So you can make Sonic CD be a fun playthrough. You just don't want to do it. So anyways, we have Sonic 2. Sonic 2, where did I put this? I put Sonic 2 in like high A tier. Low S tier. Sonic 2 does everything you want a sequel to do. It's improved on everything and be better. It also gives us Tails. Sonic 2 is an improvement over Sonic 1 in every way possible. It's just the ending gets a little bit more. But you know what, that's okay. And Sonic 2 on the Game Gear. I'm just gonna play this. This is like C tier. The game is not easy. This is one of, if not probably the hardest Sonic game. I'm gonna need some water by the time I get here, man. I'm probably gonna be checking this. My mic has been acting very funny. We're okay. I'm gonna need something to drink. My throat, not my throat, pause. What the fuck? My mouth is already like super dry. So, but yeah, it's a pretty difficult game. Game Gear Screen Crunch makes like the first boss just in general a nightmare to try to fight. It's not surprising. There's a lot of people that realistically have definitely just like got game overed on the first fight of the game. So we have Sonic 3. Well, we're just gonna do Sonic 3 and Knuckles all together. This is S tier. I mean, that's probably the easiest pick of this entire tier list is Sonic 3 Knuckles. It's an S tier game. You know, I recently, like obviously when we did like Sonic Origins and then did our own separate look with Sonic 3 and Knuckles, it really began to click with me on why everybody loves this game. And it finally clicked. Like, I know, I liked the game before, but after sitting down and playing it so many times in the short span, it's just like, I got it. I got it. The levels are phenomenal. It's like the story that it tells without even having to have dialogue, I love it. It's like the constant cat and mouse games between like Sonic and Tails up against Knuckles and Eggman. Look, I'm not good at describing stuff. I'm pretty sure y'all know this, but it's just like, man, it finally clicked with me. Finally clicked with me. We're not doing that. We're not doing things. Sonic 4 Episode 1. Where I gotta put this? I gotta put this in. Can I actually? Okay, so I can. This is indeed. I would play it over Sonic 1 Genesis, but it is a slog to get through, man. Oh, does not deserve the title of Sonic 4 by any means necessary. It's an absolute slog to get through. Sonic just feels weird. I don't think I have to say anything about the physics and the momentum in the game. The levels are literally just, very, poorly thought of alternate versions of other levels. Like we all know Splash Hill is just Green Hill Zone, just with a different name and a little bit more water, but they say, obviously this is supposed to be a portable game, but it's pretty obvious Sega did not put any actual real effort into this game, and it really showed. So we have Sonic 4 Episode 2. I would put this in like low B tier. It's way better than Episode 1, that's for sure. It's not obvious. I wouldn't call it like a great Sonic game, like fringe good to like average Sonic game. So adding Tails is like a nice touch. The flying in the game is really weird because like Tails just will get tired after like 2 seconds. The combo move, where like they turn into like the ball, everyone likes to call it the 69 spin attack. If you don't know what that means, please don't go look it up. But The levels are better. They actually somewhat came up with unique ideas. Sylvania Castle was an idea. White Park having like a theme park and like a snowy mountain was pretty cool. Even came back for the IDW comics. I can't remember the name. I think this whenever the graphic novel I know is Chow Races and Badnik Bases, because there's like one where they're going, like, Cheese is entering like a Chow race, and then they come across like a conspiracy of what's going on. But I'd put that there. Sonic Mania. Put this one. I would actually put this ahead of Sonic 3 and Knuckles. This is S tier game. This is S tier game. We can even throw Sonic Mania Plus in here. It adds more, so we'd actually put it ahead. I don't have any problem saying that. S tier, both of them. Mania is, you could call that the true Sonic 4. It rightfully deserves the title more than either one of these two, without a doubt. You know, the levels are, the only bad part about Mania is that I kind of wish it would have been like a balanced mixture of like original and new stages. There's 12 stages. It could have been like 6 and 6, but we got like 8 original, or we had 4 original and 8. They're not original. 8 returning stages and only 4 new ones. Like, I feel like that was a missed opportunity right there. They could have capitalized on that. They could have definitely came up with something, without a doubt. So I wonder if it was just Christian Whitehead not doing that, or Sega saying, hey, no, you need to bring back a lot of old stages. And I'm very convinced that Sega is the reason why Oil Ocean is in the game. Oil Ocean's not terrible in Mania, but pretty sure that's a level that nobody wanted to come back. So now we have Sonic Superstars. Where am I going to put this? I would probably put this, I'm going to go try anywhere between like B and C. I'm going to be honest with you, I'm going to put this in like high C, but I actually do want this ahead of the Game Gear version of Sonic 2. Sonic Superstars was okay. I mean, I do like the fact that, that you can actually, that obviously you can play Sonic, Tails, Knuckles, and Amy. The beginning of the game is not bad, but as you get towards the end of the game, I feel like a lot of like the traps and stuff are like really cheap. The final boss is a bit of a mess. I don't mind the story that much. I do like the addition of Trip. Trip's story, for me, is what truly brings this game down. Trip's story in Sonic Superstars is awful. Absolutely awful. It is just, literally, they went to level design and said, hey, just do this, but let's just put spikes everywhere. Terrible. That dragged down the whole experience for me. And I'm trying to play through the game again, but it's just like, I'm not spending a whole lot of time with it because of the fact that, I just not looking forward to that. The music has some good, some bad. We need to stop letting June Snow think he can make Genesis themed tracks because he's not good at it. Please, somebody stop him. Or whoever is making him do this, make them stop. Find them. Do something, please. It's ridiculous. Next up, we have Knuckles Chaotix. Where would I put this? I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to put this ahead of Superstars. I'd rather play Knuckles Chaotix. But I can say I would prefer Knuckles Chaotix. The music in this game is great. It was the first true appearance of the Chaotix. It was the second time Mighty appeared. And it's the first and so far only game to have Knuckles as the main character. You know, it's pronounced Knuckles is Chaotix. Well, I'm not calling it that. We all know why people don't really like this game. It's the ring tether mechanic. It is annoying. It's very stupid. And it completely kills the pace of the game. Level design is very vertical. It can be a little easy to get lost in some levels sometimes. It's just, I know it had to have been built around the ring mechanic, but the ring mechanic just was not a good idea. I'm glad that Sega has never brought it back. And, I know there's reason, and plus, it's hard to play Knuckles Chaotix because it was only on the Sega 32X and it's never been ported once. I know Sega's tried on in both the Mega and the Gems collection, but they couldn't properly emulate it, so they scrapped that idea, and we haven't seen it since. It's one of the, I guess, would you call it a gem though? One of the more hidden, forgot about Sonic games. Maybe one day they'll port it. I don't know, because it's one of those games where some people actually do really like it, and some people just don't like it at all. For the most part, I'm okay with it. Like, if somebody could put a gun to my head and said, you have to play Knuckles Chaotix, I'm like, alright, cool. But yeah, so, I don't mind Knuckles Chaotix. I'm not going to call it a good game. I'll just call it, at best, it's just okay. So next up is Sonic the Fighters. Where would I put this? I would put this B tier. It's just an arcade fighting game. Nothing incredibly special. So you can do combos. I mean, it's an arcade fighting game. There you go. The models are really cool. The music is very good, by the way. It's absolutely banger. If you haven't heard the soundtrack, highly recommend you go check it out. So we have Sonic R. This is going in C tier. I would put it ahead of Chaotix though. I mean, we all know about the soundtrack. Soundtrack is great. The controls are not that good, and the character balancing is non-existent, because you can just play as certain characters like Super Sonic, or even Knuckles and Metal Knuckles, and that's it. Like, Amy's in the game. There's no point you play as Amy. Amy's the worst character in the game. You will never win with her. Never, ever win. So it's just like you just pick one or two characters and then you've got it win. That's really about all there is to say. There's only 5 tracks. There's not a whole lot to do in the game. Sonic Spinball. Yeah, this is D tier. I do not like Sonic Spinball at all. I think it's terrible. It's a mess. I don't enjoy it. Do not enjoy it. The Game Gear version, I would probably... They may somehow made an even worse version. So, I'm putting this... Pineapple. No, not good. Not a good game. So I call Dr. Robotnik's Mean Machine. Check, it is a Sonic game. Like, I have to rate it. I never got behind Dr. Robotnik's Mean Machine. So, I don't know where to put this. I really don't. I would play it over Sonic Spinball, but I'll just put that right there. It's just like, I never got around to it. You can get mad at me for that one. I'll take the heat for it. Like Sonic 3D Blast. You probably expect me to put this in D tier. No. I'm putting it in low B. I'm putting it in low B. You can hate on me. I don't care. Okay, the mic is still going. I don't care. I actually kind of like Sonic 3D Blast. Doesn't matter which version it is. I mean, they're basically the same, with the exception the Genesis version was the last Sonic game to ever come out. The Saturn version is updated visuals and a different soundtrack. I think the soundtrack is great in both. I do think the Saturn version is the best version to play it. And it also has different special stages. Let me not forget about that. But I don't mind. I know the controls aren't that great. It's pseudo 3D game. It's isometric, but I actually don't mind Sonic 3D Blast. I really don't. I'm not rating Game Gear version. Sonic Triple Trouble. I would put this in B tier. I would put that behind Sonic the Fighters and ahead of the Game Gear Sonic 1. I mean, it's without a doubt, it's easily the best Game Gear Sonic game. I don't have any problem saying that at all. The level design is actually pretty good. The levels are pretty nice. I mean, it's just better than like all the other Game Gear games. It is the best one. Sonic Drift. Interesting. Where are we going to put Sonic Drift? Oh, we're going to put Sonic Drift probably right here, because it's just a regular game on the Game Gear racing game. I mean, it's only the levels from Sonic 1. You've got 4 playable characters, and you've got 3 different cups. And it's just, it's a racing game. That's about all I got. That's one of them. Sonic Drift 2. I haven't really played Sonic Drift 2 all that much. A little bit I have. I would definitely say that it's better than Sonic Drift in my opinion. There's more courses, there's more characters, there's more to it. Go with that. Sonic Labyrinth. What about Sonic Labyrinth? I mean, it's the reason why nobody talks about the Game Gear games all that much. Sonic but slow. Yeah, because it's definitely what we want. No, it's not that fun. I'm not gonna lie to you. Sonic Chaos. Where would we put Sonic Chaos? I'd put Sonic Chaos probably like high C. High C. It's okay. It's better than all the other ones we've listed, but I wouldn't say it's better than Sonic 1 on the Game Gear and then Sonic Triple Trouble. Sonic Blast. Yep, I know where this is going. I hate this game. This game fucking sucks. There's nothing good about it. Blue Marine Zone can die in the deepest and hottest layer of hell. For all I care. Cannot stand this game. Fuck this game. Don't play it. Just listen to me when I tell you that. Tails Adventure. I'll put it right here. Tails Adventure. It's like a Metroidvania game where like you can get items for Tails. The big questions we wonder is that there's 2 different points in time where this game supposedly takes. One of them is like after Tails meets Sonic. Another one is this game takes place before Tails even meets Sonic. I kind of like that idea more because of the fact there's a game that technically canonically takes place before Sonic 1, which is pretty crazy to think about. But hey, that's actually a pretty cool concept. The game itself, I mean, it's actually not bad. I haven't spent a lot of time with it. On the little bit I've played, I would definitely. It's not D tier. I think it's a game I wouldn't mind seeing like Sega try again, whether they actually bring back Tails Adventure, which I don't think they will. There's Tails Sky Patrol. This is probably about. I'd put this in high D. I mean, it's a game where Tails flies. I think you have to collect. You have to keep your flight gauge. You can't touch the ground or Tails dies. It's a very short game. I mean, very simple, not something to write home about. Sega's Sonic the Hedgehog. I mean, it's just another arcade game. I had to play it on an emulator, an arcade emulator. It was incredibly jank. I just died the whole time. But I do like the idea. I think I would put it in C tier. Sega Sonic, that doesn't. I've never played any of these games right here. I mean, this is Waku. Yeah, this is what Supersonic Cosmo Fighter. What is this one? Waku Waku Sonic Patrol Card, Sega Sonic Popcorn Shop. Is this really what we call a game? Tails the Music Maker. These are just. These are just like basically. These are like EduSoft games, so they're just like little kids games or like educational games. We all know about Sonic Schoolhouse, it's goated. But I don't think I'm gonna rate these because I don't even know where to start. Sonic Crackers is literally a tech demo that inspired Knuckles Chaotix. Sonic Extreme didn't even get finished. Then we have the collections. We have Sonic Jam. I'd put Sonic Jam. Well, I would not put Sonic Jam. But where did I drop it? Did I grab Sonic Jam? Where did Sonic Jam go? I'm lying. Chaos. I actually don't know where it is. Where did Sonic Jam go? There it is at the top. I'd put Sonic Jam in A tier for a collection. I mean, you get to play all of the classic Sonic games except for CD. There's different difficulties, which actually adds to the experience. And obviously there's Sonic World, which I guess in a way we could kind of agree. Check the mic. We're still doing good. Kind of agree that it was basically like almost like a tech demo for like as proof of concept for 3D Sonic and like a tech demo for Sonic Adventure. So we're going to put that there. We're not going to talk about that. Sonic Mega Collection. We can do the Mega Collection plus Mega Collection, I think. I feel like we have to put Mega Collection in S tier, don't we? Do we not? We have to put Mega Collection in S tier. The presentation, the extras, the games that they, yeah, like I said, basically just Sonic Jam, but just even more upscaled. And plus, I think adds a couple of extra things as well. You can look at like the comic covers for the Archie comics. You can even read the, I actually have the comics that is in that's in the game, which is this. This is the issue. This is the comic you can actually read. It's showing some age here. You can actually read. This is like all of that actually came in this right here. So keep that in mind. Put it back in here without fucking it up. There we go. Perfect. So keep that in mind. Ow! Shit in my foot. Anyways, I'm gonna take a quick break. I gotta go get some water or something. My mouth is like completely dry right now. I'll be back in just a second. Whew! Okay, it's better. Sorry, I was thirsty. I needed something to drink. But you had to put Mega Collection. Sonic Gems Collection. I feel like we gotta. This is A or S. This is A or S. There's a lot of cool stuff here. I kind of would put this one like, put it in like high A. I'd probably keep Sonic 2 ahead of it. Let's not lie to ourselves here. This is also pretty cool. The Garage of Sonic CD has Sonic the Fighters and Sonic R. I feel like the extras and whatnot are a little bit cooler in Sonic Mega Collection. So there's that. I'm just gonna move on from that. The Sonic Classic Collection. I mean, this was one of the first Sonic games I ever had. And it's Sonic 1, Sonic 2, Sonic 3, Sonic and Knuckles, Sonic 2 and Knuckles, and Sonic 3 and Knuckles. Has a little bit of artwork. I'd probably put this one in like B tier. I mean, it's the bare minimum for a collection. Does not hold a candle to either Mega Collection or Gems Collection. Then we have Sonic Origins. We're going to rate Sonic Origins Plus here. It brings us all the games with the Christian Whitehead port. Gives us a port of Sonic 3 and Knuckles. Without, but obviously with some musical differences because of licensing issues. It makes Amy a playable character in all the games. It puts Knuckles in CD. It does have mission mode. There is a lot of stuff for you to do, and there's alternate other modes. Now, it wasn't perfect. There's a lot of odd glitches. I would probably put this in A tier. I'm actually going to put this in Sonic 2. So, hate me if you want. Actually enjoy them. Sonic Adventure. I already know where this is going. This is going in high A tier. I love Sonic Adventure. Particularly Sonic's story. Sonic's story is like amazing. If the game was just that, this would be my favorite game of all time. It's not even close. Tails' story is just a shortened version of Sonic's story, and it just very deviates the last 20%. I do like Knuckles' story. The treasure hunting in this game is very, very good, very fun. I like it. Amy's story I could really care less about because it's just a bunch of shorter stuff. Big story is big story. I was a big fan of Gamma's story, and I like the Supersonic story. All in all, put together, I wouldn't call it an S tier type game, but it's definitely an A tier game. I have no problem saying that. Sonic Adventure 2. Where am I putting this? I know exactly where I'm putting this. S tier. I love Sonic Adventure 2. Sonic Adventure 2 is a top 5 Sonic game. Argue with your mama, which you don't need to be doing that because it's Mother's Day. Be nice to your mama. Say that right now. I love the story. I love the characters. I love the music. The music in Sonic Adventures, because I can never decide which one between the two I like more. Treasure hunting is not that great. I like Sonic Adventures, like feel of control, much better than I do Adventure 2. But I think Adventure 2 is just an overall better game than Adventure 1. I love the story. I know people go back and forth on the story. I am a supporter of the story. I like it. It's not perfect. No Sonic story is perfect and will probably never will be. And also do I need to mention all of the extra stuff you can do after you beat the game. It's a great game, massive replayability, music is great. Like I've already said in the video, I'm not the best at explaining things. If you highly disagree, put it in the comments. Let me know. Tell me that you think I'm an idiot for putting Sonic Adventure 2 in S tier, saying that it has one of the best Sonic stories. Call me an idiot for rating Sonic CD in S tier, bro. I don't care. Genuinely don't care, bro. So, Sonic Heroes, one of the games we're playing right now. This is squarely just B tier. If you know anything about me and Sonic Heroes, I have a love-hate relationship with this game. I love all the characters that are playable. I love the stages. I love the music. And I hate the way the game controls. I hate the way the game feels. I hate the repetition in the stages. And I hate the special stages. It's almost like a perfect balance right here in the middle. That's where Sonic Heroes belongs, in my opinion. So now we have Shadow the Hedgehog. Where am I putting this game? D tier. Do not like this game, bro. Do not like Shadow the Hedgehog. 10 endings is cool. Out of a possible 326 possible paths. But the fact that you have to get all 10 endings to actually play the true last story sucks. The missions are a pain. Most of them are just the same thing. Go kill all of so-and-so or so-and-so. Go find this. Do this within a time limit. The missions are not fun. And that really sucks. I don't even hate the idea that they actually swear and that Shadow uses guns in the game. I actually don't mind that. It's just the fact the game is just an absolute pain and slog to get through. And we're going to be playing it after Sonic Heroes 2, but luckily that's not going to be hopefully for a little while. But yeah, not a fun game. Sonic 06. Yeah, you guys are probably going to hate me for this. I don't care, but it's not D tier. I'm putting it in C tier. I know, the game is a mess. It is a very bad game. Glitches everywhere. The game is just a glorified beta. Story is inconsistent. But man, I kind of like it. I can't put it any higher because of all the problems with it. But I actually kind of like Sonic 06. I like the fact that there are a ton of playable characters, even if most of them are not fun at all to actually play as. It took some thought. It introduced Silver. Silver is a very overhated character, and nobody and I think one of the reasons for that is the fact we don't see Silver very often. He is not properly utilized, and he has not had the games or the space to actually have character development and growth. He can't. He doesn't have screen time to do it. And it sucks. He's a good character. He has a lot of potential. So mic's still working. There it is. I fixed it. I hope I did. The music, I don't have to say anything about it. The music is great. But man, it had potential. I can't rate PO6 because we're not rating fan. PO6 would be S tier. Sonic and the Secret Rings. I'm putting this below it. Why the fact the game sucks from the beginning and it gets better when you unlock stuff is a very bizarre. And of course, but that's every game. No, the fact that the game doesn't control a number one, but then you can unlock abilities that actually make it less annoying is weird. The fact that everything being motion controlled kind of ruins that a little bit. I get that's the whole point of the game because it came out like early in the Wii's life cycle and was trying to obviously capitalize on that. It didn't work. The music is really good. I do like the story. I do like the banter that Sonic and Shara have. He gives his Dark Spine Sonic. It's one of the coolest transformations that unfortunately, well, we have seen it in Sonic Force's speed battle. And there's any problem with that. But I gotta put that there. Sonic Unleashed. Yeah, we know where this is going. right here. No, what did I just say? Right there, at the top of the list, where it belongs. I have no Sonic Unleashed is my favorite game of all time. I love Sonic Unleashed. I will defend this game until the day I die. I will. There will never not be a moment where I don't love this game. I loved Sonic Unleashed before it was even cool to like Sonic Unleashed. And you have no idea how much joy it genuinely brings me to see that the overall opinion on Sonic Unleashed has changed to a positive one. Because obviously when this game first came out, this was the first major, not counting the first major release since Sonic 06. And it was slammed. IGN originally gave this game a worse score than Sonic 06. When this game is light years better than Sonic 06. I understand there are some people that are put off by this game because of the Werehog. I can understand that. We all know the highlight of Unleashed are the day stages. It is the fastest Sonic has ever been in any game. And it is exciting. The levels, I love the fact that it's based around traveling around the world. That's one of the things I want to do someday. And the way it does it is perfect. The locales in the game are very well done, and they look amazing. We'll get to looks in a second. The music perfectly captures the feel of the locale and the countries perfectly, both day and night. I don't know if this is a hot take or not, but to me, Sonic Unleashed, which came out 17 years ago almost now, is still the best looking Sonic game in the entire series. It is gorgeous. There is a reason why people say that the cutscenes and the in-game renders look like something from a Pixar movie. Because it's true. It's gorgeous. The story, even though it is kind of simple, is pretty good compared to most Sonic stories. The night stages, I actually don't hate the night stages. I prefer the day stages, obviously. But I kind of like the swapple, going from like the high-paced action through, just boosting through everything, to chillaxing and just going back to Sonic's roots and being a platformer. And the combat is actually pretty good. There are so many combos you can unlock. But most people probably don't put in the time to actually unlock those combos. And to see fully fleshed out what the combat at night does. We haven't made it there to Frontiers, but I think for Unleashed, like the Werehog combat, is leagues better than anything Frontiers has. I have no problem saying that. I really don't. I really, really, really don't. It's not a perfect Sonic game. We all know the frame rate on original hardware is atrocious. The fact that you actually have to mandatory find medals, and it's not fun, excuse me. I don't like the fact if you don't collect a certain amount, you have to go back and collect more. That can completely destroy the pace of the game if you're not looking for them, which, if you manage to find most of them, you're not going to run into that issue. But for people that don't do that, that might kill your experience in the game. Sonic, when he's not boosting in Unleashed, when you're not boosting, is a nightmare to control. But, I mean, it's a peak Sonic game. It's perfect. Actually fucking perfect. So, I know that was a lot. We're going to move on. Sonic Unleashed on the Wii. Sonic Unleashed, as we will call it. This, where would I put this? I would probably, I'll be about to piss off some people here. I'm not putting it ahead of, I am putting it ahead of 3D Glass. Where am I going to put it? Oh, you're going to be so pissed at me. High B tier. I would rather play this than Heroes. I have no problem saying that. We're actually playing it right now. It's nowhere near as good as the HD version, obviously, but I do like what it tries to accomplish. I do kind of like, and I've said it in the playthrough, I think I said like in the first part, which we're going to finish it sometime here pretty soon in May. I do kind of like some of the things it does. I like that it does add more to the day stages. Of course, in Unleashed, do one day stage, you're done with that. It actually does add a mission or two. It's not much, but it does add more. I like the way the night stages are styled better. Instead of it just being one long stage, it's broke up into 3 acts. So that way, if you just want to play one and come back later, you can. I can understand like it's a little bit monotonous and it actually can take longer, but I like the way it's done. And then you add an extra stage for the further you get in the game. But obviously, a weaker version, it's not as visually stunning. It does a lot of things different. Instead of having like actual open hub world, it's just basically like a point and click, like visual novel-esque menu. Missouri does not have a stage. Empire City is not in this version at any point. You have Gaia Gates instead of entrance stages. Of course, you don't explore around as much, but it kind of adds a little bit more to the story because you're actually in the Gaia Gate. And you have little puzzle rooms that you can do when you collect Sun and Moon medals, which, by the way, is handled very differently, I would say, for sure. Instead of collecting them in the stages, you get them based on your ranking. The better you do, the more you'll get. And at no point are you going to be stopped in your progress if you don't collect it. You can get a C rank, which is the lowest in the game, and which gives you no medals. You can C rank every stage in the game. You can beat the whole game without collecting a single medal, which it's not possible, because in the missions, you just have to clear them, you automatically get a medal. It doesn't matter. But you could beat the whole game without getting a medal from any of the actual main stages. Controls are a lot different. You have to press a button during the day stages to actually hit a boost and you get it for your rings, so there's that. My mic's still working. Good. Maybe I fixed it. Maybe I fixed it. Hopefully I did. So there's that. The night stages. Combat has been simplified. I kind of like how it feels though, but I would prefer the HD version for sure. But enough of that rambling. Sonic and Black Knight. What are we gonna do with Sonic and the Black Knight? I know exactly what we're gonna do with Sonic and the Black Knight. Putting it in A tier. The motion controls are probably, to me, the one bad thing about this game. And I can actually look past that. The story is really good. It's just the faucet in the shower, dog. I like the story. The music is really good. This is a very underrated Sonic game. And we need to start. This needs the glow up that Unleashed got. Absolutely. I'm just going to leave it at that. Sonic Colors. Where am I going to put Sonic Colors? I'm going to put Sonic Colors in. Ahead of that, I'm putting it ahead of Heroes. I'm putting that in B tier. I don't think Sonic Colors is a bad game. Actually, you know what? No. I'll tell you what we're gonna do. We're actually, I'm gonna put it in A tier. I'm gonna put it in A tier. Yeah, come at me. I don't care. I don't think Sonic Colors is a bad game. I think it's a good game. I think it's a good game. People just shit on it because there's too much 2D. Dude, get over it. Okay. I thought that Sonic was at his best in 2D. They give you 2D, and then you don't like it. One thing about this game, I don't like that most of the stages have 6 acts, but half of them are just shortened segments. Okay, we'll put this back here. Are just shortened segments. Actually, you know what? I don't know if I want to put this in. I'll put that right there. B tier. B tier. High B tier Sonic Colors. The Wisps aren't that bad. I mean, technically, you can definitely say they're just abilities of Sonic's friends, because this is the point in the series where everybody would just get mad because, oh, there's too many characters in the Sonic games, and then they decided to shorten it down to, all right, we'll just make Sonic playable now. Where the fuck is my top there? I dropped it. Yeah, that was that point. So you're like, okay then. Music in Sonic Colors is top tier. It's really good. I have to say that. But, so do with that what you will. Sonic Colors on the DS. Where would I put Sonic Colors? Honestly, I'm going to put it right behind it. It's actually the first version of Sonic Colors I played. And it's actually pretty good. There's an actual supersonic fight in this game. It's not in Sonic Colors. You actually have to fight the Mother Wisp, who's been corrupted by Eggman. It's kind of like a hidden extra final boss. Stages are shorter. You have missions that actually have Sonic's friends in them. That's pretty cool. As other character representation, the stages are done well. Obviously, it's a DS version, so you know you can do with that what you will. But I do think it's pretty cool. Pretty on par. Sonic Colors Ultimate. Yeah, this was not a good port at all. Completely botched it in a lot of ways. Put it at C tier. That's about the best I got. We have Sonic Generations. Yeah, I think we know this. Put it ahead of that. I'm putting Sonic Generations in S tier. This is the best feeling boost game. Not as fast as Unleashed. It's good. The levels, I mean, they did the levels right. I genuinely do believe so. But the fact that, you know, obviously the story is about as bare bones, and the same thing applies to Colors, about as bare bones as it can get. I don't mind it. I don't mind Generations, so I think it's definitely one of the, definitely a top 10 Sonic. Sonic Generations on the 3DS. Where are we putting you at? I think we're gonna put you right here. 3DS version. Different stages. It brings the special stages back for heroes, but obviously makes them playable and manageable. The cutscenes are just, you know, little dialogue and press A to see what they have to say. But Cloud Sonic actually gets the homing attack. I think he does get the homing attack in the console version, but I can't remember. It's actually required. You actually mandatorily get it in the 3DS version, so there's that. All in all, very solid. Wouldn't say it compares to the actual console version, but it's not bad. We're not doing Sonic X Shadow Generation because it's just Sonic Generations but ported, but we will do Shadow Generations. I have no problem at all putting this right there. It was great. It was genuinely great. Like, it was awesome. Like, this is the best 3D Sonic game, you know, with Shadow in feels like forever. I'd rather play this over Frontiers. We'll get to Frontiers in a minute. I thought it was the only issue I really had from this was that it was too short. It was too short. Way too short. I wish I had another extra mission or two. All in all, it's great. Shadow controls pretty well. The music is good. I wouldn't call it great. Music is good. It was nice to see Shadow have actually having time to spend with Maria and Gerald again, even if it was just past versions. I thought this was really well done. So next up we have Sonic Lost World. Where would I put Sonic Lost World? I think I know where I put it at. Right here, B tier. I'm a little bit higher on Sonic Lost World than everybody else. I will definitely agree with everybody else when I say why in the world when it feels like they finally perfected the boost formula that they completely threw it out for this game. Like, I get it was like a little, they were trying to appeal to the Mario crowd, but they copied a little too much from Mario. I think it's very obvious about that. The fact that we have to give Sonic a run button does not make it feel like a Sonic game. Stages took the new Super Mario Bros. Formats, of plains, desert, beach, Iceland, jungle, sky and lava, and just ran with it. Too much for my liking. The music is really good. The parkour in the game is a little hit and miss for me. I was not the biggest fan of it. It's cool when you can pull it off, but it just felt kind of jank to me. So B, probably like mid B tier for me, realistically. 3DS version, probably high C. Probably a little bit higher on this. Most people absolutely hate this version of the game. I don't mind it that much. We all know the snowball level from Frozen Factory Zone 3 fucking sucks ass. I fucking hate that snowball, dude. Fucking shit. Completely gyro-controlled special stages. This one had special stages. I mean, okay. I mean, it's just a watered-down version of Lost World. A couple of things it does differently, but just stick to the console version. Where are we at now? Sonic Forces. I'm going to put this right here. Potential is the only word we can really describe. This game had potential, and it just... Nope, didn't live up to it. The story is... For the serious theme it tried to convey, it completely fell on its face. Completely fell on its face. We wanted it to say seriously, oh, the world's in trouble. This is something that Sonic is not going to be able to overcome. It just didn't convey that message. Just the movement and control in this game does not feel good. The stage, I mean, everything you could say about this has already been done. You know, the stages are not all inspiring. They're just the locales, the base Green Hill Zone, Chemical Plant Zone. The city was in Mystic Jungle were nice little touches. But the stages were not like, by the time they did get good, guess what? They ended. They ended. It had potential to be a good game, kind of like 06 did, but it actually had time in the oven. But guess what? I think it's worse than 06. It's just an absolute flop. And it also didn't help that having to follow up on Mania didn't help it. When Mania was considered the best Sonic game, maybe like in a very long time. The one Sonic game that realistically was praised universally out the gate. And then have Forces, which is just like, oh, no, it's just regular 3D Sonic, you know, average and disappointing as usual. And to me, Forces undid all of the good work that Mania did. And we had to sit in a rut until we got to Frontiers, which, speaking of, is the next game we have to rate. Where am I putting Frontiers? This is a low A tier. Low A tier. There's some people that love Sonic Frontiers. There's some people that are in the middle about it. There are some people that flat out don't like it. I would honestly put it in the same boat as Sonic Colors. It is not a great Sonic game. It is a good Sonic game. It does some things really well, and it does some things really not so well. Things it does well. I think there being an open world Sonic game was a fantastic idea. Something that fits Sonic, you know, with his big thing being speed, it fits him. The music is very good, whether it be the mysterious feeling that being in the actual open world gives you. The cyberspace music, for the most part, almost 95% of them are really good, man. Are really good. It did Supersonic justice. I have no problem saying that. We all know that. Something we hadn't seen. We had not seen like a Supersonic themed boss fight in a modern Sonic game since Generations. And the Time Eater fight is not all super impressive at all. And not only is it just not for the final boss, but regular bosses you fight as Supersonic. The Titan fights are just peak Sonic. The music, the atmosphere, the fights themselves are absolutely amazing. The Supreme fight at the end of the base game is not that great, but they do justice for it in the Final Horizon DLC, which, by the way, that was actually... I enjoyed it. I thought it was pretty difficult. It's definitely on the harder side in the Sonic stuff. It is a challenge. You have to know your way around Frontiers to actually stand a chance against that. The extra, the End Supreme, whatever you want to call it, Supreme the End. You know, outside of, you know, obviously having your vision obstructed by those dumbass trees, having Supersonic 2, I don't know what we're going to call them. I think we're in the files. I just call them Supersonic 2 because, you know, we just got to have more comparisons to Dragon Ball. Damn, good job. But the things it didn't do right, I kind of didn't like progression, how it's just a, you know, collect-a-thon. It's not my favorite thing in the world. You know, call me, you know, one and the same, but it's just like, you know, Sonic's just way too slow for my liking in this game. The boost is like worthless. The boost is worthless. It only gives you a little bit more speed. You can't ram into enemies, even in cyberspace. That's like the whole point of the boost, is to let Sonic speed up and just barrel through any and everything in his path. And the boost does not do that. The combat is okay. You can kind of just spam the same thing. Win. It's nice moves. The animations are good. But it's just alright. And the last part of the game, after Ares Island and starts going, Chaos Island can get annoying with being put in mandatory 2D sections. Especially if you've already done them and you have to go through it again to get out of it. Ray and Aronos, it's just Kronos again. They didn't bother to have any theming. You could tell that in the last half of the game, it was either, you know, time constraints or Sonic Team Realist just got lazy. But overall, I enjoyed Frontiers, and I would put it at low A. That's where I would stand on this. We have Sonic Dream Team. Try to speed these a little bit quicker. Where would I put Dream Team? I would put Dream Team in low A. It's an Apple Arcade exclusive, which means a lot of people are not going to be able to play this game. I did. So I got like a free 3-month trial, so I was lucky enough to play it. But of course, after I get it, they add new content, so it's just like, oh well, not going to pay for Apple Arcade. But it was good. It's actually pretty good for just a 3D mobile game. It's actually pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. The story, basic, but you know what? The gameplay was good. You have multiple playable characters. You can play as Sonic, Tails, Knuckles, Amy, Cream, and Rouge. It is very solid. If you ever got the chance to play Sonic Dream Team, I highly recommend. Sonic Pocket Adventure. This one, probably C. I mean, it's just a 2D Sonic game. There's nothing super special about it. And really, Sega isn't even allowed to even like mention it because they don't actually own the game. So they don't even care about it. That's the reason why we'll probably never ever get a re-release of it. Sonic Advance. Where would I put Sonic Advance? I'd put Sonic Advance probably right here. I mean, it's a 2D Sonic game. It's simple. It's good. It's done well. I mean, there's not really a whole lot I really feel like I can say about it. There's no real stories. Hey, stop Eggman. There you go. Sonic Advance 2. This might be a hot take right here. I'm putting this in A tier. Advance 2 is my favorite. People don't like this one because of the fact that it kind of is like to just focus more on speed than platforming. But I thought that's what everybody wanted in a Sonic game. Sonic's about speed, not about platforming. He's a platformer. Of course, that goes against what I just said. But I like Advance 2. I like the locales. I like the music. I don't like some things. I don't like how on the grind rails you have to land on a certain spot or you won't touch it. That's really fucking stupid. Also, we know how overpowered cream and cheese are. So, there you go. There's that. Where are we at? Sonic Advance. Sonic N is just like Sonic Advance in like other countries. So, Sonic Advance 3. I would put this behind Advance 2. The partner system is pretty cool. The levels are pretty nice. Especially finding Chow to unlock special stages is a neat concept and just kind of searching for them. I like it. I like it. Simple. Having hub worlds that are pretty new. The music is pretty good. What about that? Sonic Rush. Where would I put Sonic Rush? I think I would put Sonic Rush ahead of all of the advanced games. A tier. Gave us Blaze, the best female Sonic character. You know, debate with your mother. Don't argue with her today because it's Mother's Day. That's what I would do. How much more do I realistically actually have left? Speed through these a little bit here. That Sonic Red gave us Blaze. Levels are pretty good. I think Sonic Rush is the overall solid. A lot of these games don't really have a lot. This is Sonic Rush Adventure. You can give this a hot ticket for me if you want to. I would rather play Sonic Rush Adventure over Frontiers. I love Sonic Rush Adventure. I think it's a really good game. I like the idea of actually sailing out to finding the islands. I think, well, I mean, it's basically controls the exact same as Rush. I like the, you know, like the sailing, like pirate aesthetic in the game. Being able to sail around, I like it better. I'm just gonna go with that. Let's just go with that. I know some people are kind of hit and miss on Rush Adventure. Sonic Rivals. C tier. I mean, racing your opponents is a cool idea. It technically is the actual, like, canon timeline, you know, introduction to Silver, since the events of 06 don't happen. But it's just, hey, it's racing. They like to rubber band, supposedly about the same level as like 06 and whatnot. So there's that. So give me just a second. I gotta take a quick break. Another gargantuan video. I got a lot of. Whew, this is gonna be fun to edit. There won't be a whole lot here. Sonic Rivals 2. I haven't really played a whole lot of the Rivals games. But with other characters, you can play as extra characters well, because in the base game, it's just Sonic, Knuckles, Shadow, and Silver. You can unlock Metal Sonic, but then this one is like a partner system. Like, it adds Tails, Rouge, Metal Sonic, and Espio as playable characters. So it's pretty neat. And it's kind of funny that Amy is not a playable character in either one of these games. She's not even in Rivals 2. She is referenced in Sonic Rivals because she actually gets turned. No, Sonic has to save her in Rivals, and like same with Tails. So like there's that. But I think Rivals 2, there's a little bit more stuff. I mean, both of these games are kind of like messy, but I would definitely prefer Rivals 2 over Rivals 1. Then we have Sonic Runners. It's just an endless runner game that does have, you know, some pretty cool stuff. I would put this probably behind Lost World and B tier, honestly. You know, obviously the real game got shut down, but there's Sonic Runners revamped, which is just straight up, which is basically just straight up. I mean, it's the game, but it's like, I think it's like offline, you can actually play it. And they're actually adding new content to the game. That's great. I'm gonna have to check it out and go back and play it again. But yeah, you should definitely try out Sonic Runners for sure. Sonic Runners, where's it at? Adventure. I mean, it's just a worst version of Sonic Runners, to be precise, and it actually costs money. And it's like the locations are so bland. And there's less playable characters. Like Sonic Runners has got a ton of playable characters. We could unlock a lot of them, but Sonic Runners has just so little. So actually little. So Sonic Riders here. I'm gonna put this in starting to run out of stuff to say here. Sonic Riders, I think it's fun. I love the Riders aesthetic. Like, I love the outfits that all of the characters have. I love the aesthetic. It is my favorite aesthetic in the entire series, without a doubt. I love it. It's phenomenal. I like the Babylon Rogues. I think they're really good characters. I do. I think the tracks are very nice. I also like the fact that it's one of those games where you can't just pick it up and you're just good at it. You have to get good at it. You actually have to learn and actually get good at the game. That's awesome. I love the fact that it does that. Sonic Riders Zero Gravity. Where would I put this? I would probably put this right here. B tier. I wouldn't say it is good. It's as good as the first one. I think a lot of people kind of don't like this one. Gravity. I like the gravity control gimmick and the idea. I like that. It kind of goes. It's like the story is like structured the same way. It's basically like Riders, which is a new gimmick. It's a little bit worse, but I like the game. Sonic Free Riders, though. Where would I put this? I would put you right here. How about low C tier? Yeah, this game killed the Riders series. I'm not in any capacity allowed to actually hate the game because for one period of time it was all I could play. It was the only video game I could play. I spent a lot of time with the game. I literally spent so much time on 100% of the game. I haven't played the game in God knows how long though, but I will never forget those days. I will always have that kind of respect for Sonic Free Riders. But saying that this game did not kill the Free Riders would be an absolute did not kill the Riders series is a lie, because it did. We finally got Extreme Gear back in Sonic Racing Crossroads, but it's not a Riders game. We want another Riders game. Sega, give it to us. Also, how do you mess up the controls on a game where you're the controller? How does that happen? Seriously, Sega Superstars 10. Okay, we're gonna start running through some of these. It's a tennis game. I would put that in B tier. Sonic and Sega All-Stars Racing. Nobody really talks about this game anymore. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. This is I like this game. I like it a lot. Giving it a B tier right there. Sonic and All-Stars Racing Transformed Racing Game. I think it's pretty obvious. I would probably put this right there. It's better. It's way better. Well, I don't even know what I'm saying at this point. I would prefer it over this. I like the gimmick. I wouldn't say the gimmick. I like the concept of being able to have your vehicle transform into, like, from a car to like a boat or a plane. It adds more creativity to the courses, and it adds more stuff that you can do. Characters like, you can play as Danica Patrick and Wreck-It Ralph. That has got to be the most random thing ever. And you got to respect it. Team Sonic Racing. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I'm going to put this in probably mid-C tier. It was okay. The team mechanic was a cool idea, but it didn't feel very balanced because you could just save up like your team ultimate and then you would just win if you did it at the end. It was a very overpowered ability, but there is an option to race by yourself. Being able to customize your carts with certain things is cool. The story was a story. Let's go with that. But yeah, would definitely say compared to like some of the other games that this maybe besides Free Riders, it's the worst one. Sonic Racing Crossroads. I can't rate this game. Obviously, I didn't play it. I didn't have PS5. I didn't get to try the open beta. I can't rate this game because I don't know. Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games. Would we actually count these as Sonic games? I'm trying to think. Would we actually count this as a Sonic game? Realistically, these are like spin-offs. I don't know if we're going to count this because these are kind of just like that. Sonic Shuffle. Where would we put Sonic Shuffle? Probably low C. Because of the fact that it's Mario Party inspired, but the game cheats. Literally fucking cheats. And when we get time to actually get to this playthrough, oh, I can't wait. Because I can tell you right now, when I yell the game is cheating, I actually mean it. And I actually have evidence to back it up. The mini games are not super impressive. Look, if you want to play a party game, just stick to Mario Party. Unless you're just bored and don't like Mario for some reason, just stick to Mario Party. Okay? Do yourself a favor. Sonic Pinball Party. I gotta be honest with you, I don't care about this game. D tier. Sonic Battle. Where would I put Sonic Battle? I would put Sonic Battle probably in B tier. Mainly because of the fact I like the story that is actually in Frontiers. Not, oh my God, we're not talking about Frontiers. See how long we've been doing this? For Sonic Battle. For Sonic Battle. Like, I like it. Like, you have ML. ML is a cool concept. A robot that learns as he fights and gets more powerful with every Chaos Emerald you collect. I like character interactions. The only thing I don't like is, like, there are some battles that are just incredibly repetitive, and it's the same thing over and over. It can get boring pretty quick. It's a cool game, like a little pseudo 3D fighter game, but repetition can bring down the experience. There's no doubt about that. Sonic Chronicles. Yeah, that's a low C tier. For a Sonic RPG, it's not all that great. The music, I don't have to say anything about how bad it is. The story about, you know, I like the in-depth use of, like, the idea of, like, exploring a different Echidna clan, because that helps add to, like, a little bit of backstory for Knuckles. But the fact that a lot of the combat, like, it's just weird. I never got behind Sonic Chronicles. I never beat it. I am going to be playing it again at some point in the future. But I think Izuka has expressed that he would like to make another Sonic RPG. I have a passion project of mine that would actually like a Sonic RPG. Maybe I'll get to it one day, who knows. Maybe they'll make one before then. That'll actually be good. The Murder of Sonic the Hedgehog. Y'all get mad at me if you want. This is S tier. I know it's just a point-and-click visual novel, but it's amazing. It's genuinely awesome. Love the character interactions. I love the story. I love the little mini games. That's all I got to say about that. Sonic Rumble. I have not played Sonic Rumble. Sonic Rumble isn't even out to most of the world yet. Sonic Jump. So just base and speed catalyst here. These are just, I guess, I never played Sonic Jump. Sonic Jump isn't bad. I'm not gonna add those. I think that's what we're gonna do it. So there we go. This is my definitive Sonic tier list right here. You can argue with your mama. So we got S tier, Unleashed, CD, Adventure 2, Mania Plus, Mania 3 and Knuckles, Generations, Mega Collection, and the Murder of Sonic the Hedgehog. A tier, Adventure, Shadow Generations, Origins, Sonic 2, Black Knight, Gems Collection, Jam, Rush Adventure, Frontiers, Dream Team, Rush, Advance 2, Advance 3, and Riders. B tier, both versions of Colors, Transform, Zero Gravity, Advance, Unleashed, Heroes, All-Stars Racing, Battle, 3DS Generations, Sonic 1, Fighters, Lost World Runners, Classic Collection, Triple Trouble, Sonic 1 on the Game Gear, Sonic 4 Episode 2, 3D Blast, and then Sega Super Nintendo C tier, 3DS Lost World, Colors Ultimate, Pocket Adventure, Chaos R, Chaotix, Superstars, Team Sonic Racing, Sonic 2 on the Game Gear, Tails Adventure, Sega Sonic, Sonic 06, Rivals 2, Secret Rings, Free Riders, Rivals, Runners Adventure, Forces Shuffle, and Chronicles. And then D tier, Shadow the Hedgehog, Pinball Party, Sky Patrol, Mean Bean Machine, Spinball, Episode 1, Labyrinth, Drift 2, Drifts, Game Gear, Spinball, Genesis, and Blast. So if you have any opposition on what you think about my tier list, please let me know. I would be more than happy to hear what all of you have to say. But that is going to go ahead and wrap it up for this video. This was pretty long, actually. It's kind of crazy, but that's all I got for this one. If you guys liked it, the like button, subscribe to the channel, really helps out. And it might be a little bit before I do another video like this. Maybe we'll do another tier list. We'll do Mario games or Sonic characters. Even Sonic couples. Yeah, I think we're going to do that. Yeah. But that's all I got for this one. Like I said, feel free to let me know what your opinions are in the comments below. But anyways, that's all I got. I'm going to catch y'all later. Peace out. Take it easy.